Joel Farabee was talking about how this year coming into camp he had a lot more upper body strength. Obviously, he was coming off that injury a couple of years ago. Have you seen that sort of manifest itself on the ice and how he's playing?
Yeah, he's stronger. He's playing better. I think sometimes when you go through the summer that he had versus this past summer, just the mental aspect of being ready to play is stronger for him. So he's been a pretty consistent player as we started the year.
What kind of ceiling did you put ceilings on guys? You know, so
Nope.
you look at him as maybe he could get to be a 30-goal scorer in this league.
I don't. You guys project that. I don't. I just want him to play the right way. I think he's done that consistently. I think I told you guys a week or so ago I needed to try to find him more ice time. I think he's been good. Haven't been using him killing penalties. May take a bigger role on a power play, but he's been good.
We just talked to Carter a few minutes ago. He said he feels like, he's over the injury, he's good to go. I guess, is that the team's evaluation, and should we expect him to be into?
He's good to go. Yeah.
So I know you don't talk about goalies, who's starting.
It's an easy one tomorrow, right? He's going to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Morgan was playing with Owen and TK today.
Yeah.
If he is playing in the lineup tomorrow.
He's playing tomorrow.
Okay, so what do you need to see from him so he's maybe is more of a mainstay in that line?
I need him to do the things that he does best. See, the thing with Frosty is I think he's really worked on the play away from the puck, and I think he's more consistent there for me now than the offensive part of the game. So we need him to bring us some offense here. And, I know you asked me the other night about is it easy to sit out Frosty? I just didn't want to answer the question after a game. I wasn't too interested. It's always hard to sit someone out. Frosty's in a spot where if he's not playing in the top six, I don't have a spot for him. He's not killing penalties. I'm not going to put him in between D'Lo and Garney. I just don't think he fits there. So it kind of limits sometimes situations as far as where we find him. So he's going to play in the power play. He's going to be put in an offensive situation. And I just need to be able to hang my hat on something as we go through there, because I think Pales, in his role, has done a good job. A penalty killer, plays center, big, good skater. So do you understand, as far as the role, I have to worry about the mechanics of the lineup too when I'm playing people and sitting people out. But I don't enjoy sitting anybody out, but I have to make those decisions.
You mentioned about the power play. Obviously, it's been a struggle. You've said that
Yes.
you guys are trying new things. You're tinkering with it. It does seem like, at least at times, the entries have been better.
Yeah.
How do you take that advantage of having the puck more in the offensive zone now to actually create legitimate offense?
Yeah, now we got to go to the next step, right? And where I think our power plays, I don't think we generate enough pucks to the net. And I think a big reason why we don't generate pucks to the net because we don't see people in front of the goal. And this goes with our 5-on-5 play too. Is I do think the entries have improved. I do think we have the puck more, but I just don't. I think we need to simplify. And I think when people that have the puck see their uniform in front of the net, I think that gives them a key to shoot the puck. I think A before B. I think we need to have someone there more often in front of the goalie, and hopefully we'll generate more shots to it. And then things will happen from there.
Was that with that you had the spray paint out in front of the goals there?
No, that's just that's a game, but you can't score unless you're inside the paint.
Right.
Because I think 5-on-5, we're not there. You saw the first drill.
Right.
It was us trying to box people out, and us it was a 2-on-2 drill, and us trying to get people to the goal. I don't think we're getting there, 5-on-5 and on the power play. We have generated more offense this year, I believe, but we have not paid it off, especially the past couple of games. So we've got to get there. And so I'm not sure if that answers whoever asked the question.
I guess another question about the power play, though. It does seem like, at least, especially over the last few games, but really since the start of the year, you guys are trying to move guys around, not just in terms of where they are on a game-per-game basis, but in the power play itself.
Yes.
Guys are switching spots.
Yes.
How do you do that successfully while still making sure that guys are getting to the net front and getting traffic?
Yeah, I think that position, as far as getting to the front of the net, is more singular for that guy. I think power plays that are willing to move out of positions and just play hockey, I think will eventually become a better power play. I don't want to see us, okay, you're here, you're here, you're here. The guy in front of the net, it's a little bit different. Quite honestly, the guy in front of the net, I think, is falling. His two spots are in front of the net or falling off for a play, for a low play or an out there. I think we're there too often on this side. I think we need to be in front of the net before we start falling off, instead of falling off and trying to get to the front of the net. Because when you try to get in front of the net, you get boxed out. It's hard to get there. But the other positions, I think, need to be interchangeable. And I think it allows them to play hockey. Are we there yet? No. But for us right now, I just think we need to generate more pucks into the area to maybe we can. Have we tipped a puck this year? I have not even remembered. Have we tipped one in the first 12 games?
I can't remember.
That was Van Riemsdyk's spot last 3 years here. Are you still auditioning people to kind of fill that role at this point?
Forrester's going to try there. We got a big body, and he's so strong at getting to loose pucks. And he's probably one of the strongest players as far as retrieving pucks. Yes, I don't think James did that great a job last year. I haven't seen too many pucks tipped in our power play the 2 years I've been here. And I think we have to just not overthink things and try to simplify things and try to get some there, and let's get some sticks on it, or a body. Hopefully it hits Forrest and Watts, whoever else I may use in front of the net.
You mentioned about guys popping down, that net front guy having sort of a dual role, but there have been some times where you've had guys swing down to the bottom, below the goal line, and maybe look to create. I think Bobby Brink tried it a few times a few games ago, and then there was no one to pass to.
Yes.
So is that something where you guys maybe want to do that more, but then let the other guys know that, hey, when he pops down there, you got to make yourself a target?
Yes, and they know. If for some reason, because you can't, I don't want it choreographed, all right? But so I think Bobby has had chances to shoot the puck, and he ends up just keep bringing it down, then it dies. A little bit of responsibility falls on Bobby, but also someone supporting him and trying to get open. So there's got to be a read there. And if a player comes off the flank and he starts walking it down there, someone has to pop into a dead area looking for a shot. I'd still like Bobby early on to shoot the puck first. Then I think all those things happen. I think we score a goal the other night if Cam doesn't fan on that cross-ice pass. I mean, the guy, I think it's Coots, he's wide open. Cam whiffs on the pass. Their penalty kill is chasing down to a guy down off the post. That's a goal. At least it's going to be a really good chance. A little bit of tough luck, but the onus is on us to get that thing working. It's hurt us, and so we're going to keep on trying.
You go ahead.
Talking about the small area games that you were doing out there, I don't think people realize how important small area games are to the day-to-day of a game. Can maybe you break it down a little bit in terms of why I do those small area games?
It's in close area. It's making quick decisions. I think the youth coaches are the ones that really should buy into these small area games. The parents want them to have the full ice, right? Parents complain, my kids only practice on half ice. Those small area games are so important for them, and probably more important for us, because there's so much quickness in our game right now. You have to make those split-second decisions with the puck and without the puck. They're so important. And it's a great question for youth coaches. You should present that to. And well, you should do a seminar with parents.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, you are a big fan of small area games.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Parents should shut up and not ask for the full sheet, because your kid may not even touch the puck. You get those small area games, everybody's touching it, and that's what kids want to do.
And these are just big kids.
Yeah, these are big kids. That's how we're dealing with here.
Another thing that was a problem against the Sharks was face-offs, and not to say that sometimes maybe we can we can put too much stock in face. When you're losing 7 out of 10, it's going to hurt you. I guess in particular, you mentioned Couturier. He obviously came into this year. He was a plus face-out guy, 55% guy. He struggled a bit this year. Do you think that's just rust? Because I think he was supposed to be the guy who kind of solved that problem.
I do, and I think it's reading the league. A couple of years, and a lot of new people have come into this league. I think that's part of it. Is you should ask him, but I do think it's rust, because I don't think you lose that. I think he'll get that back.